And just like that, I never can get the music to stop at the perfect time. I really should try to fix that. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Build the Lego Stinger Mantis from Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. It's Tuesday, so you know where I am, and I hope you're here too. I already saw Brennan in the chat. Hey Brennan, I am doing well. I was off yesterday, and today was my first day back to work. So it's been a chill day. I hope your day's been going well as well. Now, as y'all can see, this is where we left off last time. We're finally making some progress. After 2 streams, we've built this. We built this ring right here. Let me get that back on. Oh, I'm already breaking it. We built these, we built this, and then we're starting on, or I guess we're finishing up the wing tonight. So we're making progress. All right, let's get that back where it goes. And we're not going to take it off again. I have posted a lovely poll tonight. When I was thinking about what I was going to do for the poll, I was like, you know what? Let's ask just a regular, good old Star Wars question. Everybody has their favorites. And I said, you know what? We'll make it simple. Who's your favorite Skywalker? We've got Anakin, we've got Luke, we've got Rey. I thought about putting Leia on the list, but I was like, technically, she's only Skywalker by blood. No one calls her Leia Skywalker. So I did not include her. So let me know who your favorite Skywalker is in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and move these. That way we can get started on continuing the wing. This is how far we got last time. As y'all can see, it is pretty big. I think someone had put it last week. I think it was Eric said it was well endowed, and that it is. We've got some cool stuff going on already. I love these little details here. They kind of go down. Don't worry, we're going to put pretty flat pieces on top of all of this, so it's going to look nice and gorgeous by the end. And I'm excited to get into it. Hopefully, I've got all my pieces properly sorted this time. I think I do. And just for anybody who doesn't know, I am building the Lego Stinger Mantis mock made by 2Bricks. They have made this lovely mock. You can purchase the instructions and or pieces for it online. I've got the link in the description. Definitely check them out because this is probably my favorite Lego Stinger Mantis mock that's out there, at least at this point in time. Oh, nice. I even did a little bag for the little pieces. Love when I surprise myself. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is all wing, because I don't imagine there's going to be any more red on the wing. I'm seeing lots of flat pieces in there, so that's probably going to be our wing. We'll finish that up. We'll get it all put together, and I'm excited to get this all put onto the ring itself and then onto the Mantis. I haven't seen it put together before, so it's going to be our first time together. So let's get into it. Already struggling. Okay, there's one, and we need a little 6-piece. How's everyone's Tuesday going? Let me know in the chat. My favorite new slogan that I've done this time around for the Lego streams. Y'all know I always joke and I'll say, see you next Tuesday. But I was like, you know what? Let's make it a part of the marketing, quote unquote, this time around. So we've got our lovely see you next Tuesday banner. I love it. I think it's so camp. That's the best way I can describe it. Now, we talked about this a little bit on the last stream, and something that I want to do is I do want to go in and get some replacement pieces, because some of these are just a little bit discolored, so they don't look as pretty as others. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, like, they work, but some of these white pieces specifically are a little bit yellowed and not yellow in the right spots for the Mantis. All right. Ugh. There we go. I can't recall if I said this already, but we started tonight on step 354. So we're already 300 steps in. Can you believe it? And it's only been 3 streams. I think I need this piece. So that goes there. This goes here. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. It's so interesting building a Lego set without physical instructions. And honestly, it's not bad. Eventually, I imagine that Lego will go to all digital instructions, which, is it nice to have the physical book? Yes. However, it's better for the planet with digital instructions. And I mean, I don't mind it because I have an iPad. I imagine it'd probably be a little bit harder on like a phone or something. And you can't expect everybody to have fancy equipment. You know what I mean? All right. I need this. I think I need another long one. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Robin. How are y'all tonight? Happy Tuesday. I wish that this poll would disappear in my chat, because I can't even see y'all. Y'all are all the way over on that screen. But yeah, hey y'all. I hope y'all are doing good tonight. Hopefully it's not too cold where you are. I think it's like 30 degrees or so where I am. Not loving that. But thankfully we are not outside. When I went out for lunch today at work, I was like, oh God, this is like that cold, cold air. Like you can tell it's just getting really cold. And I am not a fan of the cold. The only people I know that like the cold are people that run hot. Oh my God, 78 degrees. I wish. Yeah, 78 degrees sounds lovely. I am very jealous. Hopefully it's... Well, I don't know. It doesn't really get super humid in California, if I recall correctly, so I'm sure it's not like 78 degrees here where I am would be sticky. SoCal spoiled. What a lovely way to put it. Oh yeah, Robin. Back brace for 5 weeks. Woo. Rough, but at least you're taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? We need you ready for Celebration LA in 2027. So whatever you got to do. Not Crystal as my Gavin Newsom. There we go. All right. All right, sorry, I'm over here struggling trying to see the chat. I finally got it to update, so now I can actually see y'all on my main screen. So I assume there's going to be no snow where you are, Crystal? Especially if it's 78 degrees. Oh my god, look at this piece. This is a white piece. It's so bad. Oh god, and that's the one that I need to use. Hopefully it gets covered up. That's bad. This piece and this piece are bad. They are supposed to be white. Even this one here, but this one, and this one, rough. Big news. Your parents are moving to LA? That's big and random. Are you going to be moving with them? If anything, it'll give you an excuse to visit if not. I love these little accent yellow pieces because they're so bright. Hey, Sublight. Happy Wednesday, I think it is where you are. Hopefully you had a good Tuesday. See the wings coming together. All right, I need that. I need this. I need one of these. Not in a meeting. Well, hopefully we can make your meeting a little bit more enjoyable. And hopefully the meeting is not too important. Yeah, see, these pieces are going to be a pain because I want them to line up perfectly. And of course they don't. Because that would be too easy. Also, I think I talked about this last stream, but fingers crossed, I should be putting out a new video on Friday. I don't know why, but I'm struggling really hard to edit the clips for it, which is usually my favorite part of editing. So I don't know what's going on this time, because it's not flowing like it usually does. I actually got through the audio editing faster than I anticipated, which is like unheard of. I wonder if I can get this little... Nope. One of these days, in the very near future, I'm going to go to my parents' house and get my big old Lego bin out of their attic. And definitely replace some of the pieces on this build. I really hope that this is going to be somewhat covered. But I have a feeling it will not be. But do you see the wings finally starting to take form, take shape? We're looking a little more aerodynamic. Okay, we need a really long piece and a really short piece. Well, to talk a little bit about my week so far, as I mentioned, I was off yesterday. I got my car inspected. That was a blast. Not really. I think I spent like an hour and a half there And the entire time I was just reading on my iPad. Only for them to reject my inspection. So I need to get new front tires, a new light in the back, a new bulb, and new windshield wipers. And I'm like, really? New windshield wipers? The tires, I get that. But I hate vehicle inspections. Mine was also up last month, so better late than never. I was talking to my coworker about it today, and literally she was like, "Oh, mine expired in April of last year." I was like, "Oh, that gives me anxiety." I wasn't even like 30 days expired, and on the road, I was like, "Oh my God." But enough about car inspections. Oh, let's look at our poll. We got some answers going on here. We've got 50% Anakin, 17% Luke, and 33% Rey. We love to see it. And of course, as I'm putting this poll together, I'm like, are there any other Skywalkers I'm forgetting? And I was like, oh, shmee. I thought about putting her on the list. I thought about putting Leia on the list. I was like, we're just going by name only. If they don't go by something Skywalker, then they're not going in the poll. But I still feel like I'm missing someone. And I'm not talking about Legends. Getting a little more girthy. I know I keep saying this every stream, but I'm really, really excited to get into the interior of this thing. The windshield is crazy. Like, the build for it. Obviously, there's no windshield piece because it would need to be custom. But the way that Tubrix constructed the windshield for this ship is so bizarre, but it works. And that's what matters. Y'all see when we get there. I feel like that's very close to one of the last things that we're going to build. Also, for anyone who's been around for a long time with my channel, I feel like this shirt I have not worn since like the original Scotty Holiday logo. Might have been since the Scotty Holiday 2 era, which that was a long time ago. If you know, you know. But yeah, I haven't worn it in forever. I said, you know what? I'm going to put on my Twilight of the Apprentice shirt. I always like worry about what I'm going to wear on stream, and it doesn't even matter because you can't even see anything, but oh well. Does anybody else worry about that? Crystal, I know you're doing your own first stream for the first time, which everybody should go check out tomorrow. I'll be there. But I think we've talked about this, that you do the same thing. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to wear? It's even worse when it's your stream. Because not only do you have to figure out what you're going to wear, but then you also have to make sure everything is set up and ready to go. Oh, streaming's great. I love streaming, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of prep work, I should say. Yep, planning outfits for videos, live streams. Who doesn't love prep work? Okay. Where's this gonna go? Interesting. So this little tiny piece goes here. How was everybody's weekend? What'd y'all get into? I went to dinner with some coworkers. That was fun. We went to Mexican, which is always a good time. And it's funny because we planned to go like 3 weeks ago. And first one of our friends was sick. Then I got sick. So we finally went this past week. And literally we just went to gush about heated rivalry together and not at work. So to like do it at a place outside of work. And it was a blast. I was like, shit, I want to do a book club and then go to Mexican as like the get together to talk about the book. It's like, might be onto something there. But yeah, I got a margarita, of course. My old supervisor actually teams me today and was like, I'm going to Camino after work. I was like, hell yeah, wish I could go. But it's freezing outside. Literally, I do not want to go anywhere. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to if, we have to work from home because of the weather. I'm like, perfect. I can stay at home and I don't have to go out in the freezing cold. See, we're already starting to get a little more sleek here. Okay. I was like, how do these attach? I see. Not the blue pieces. Those are fairly simple, but these gray pieces here. I was like, there's nowhere to attach it here. And then I realized, oh, it's because the blue pieces don't line up with the blue underneath. See? We're getting sleek. This is when this wing gets really satisfying because you really start to see it all come together. Is this white? No, that's gray. My biggest question, when are we getting the Maul Shadow Lord trailer? How long is it going to take? I am ready for it, but I'm like, and the worst part is that leaked trailer. There's a leaked trailer still on YouTube, isn't taken down, that anybody can view. And I'm like, does this mean we're not getting a trailer anytime soon because that video is still up or what? I need HD. And then the worst part about it is there's that, excuse me, there's that image from, I think it's a Hasbro, is it the vintage, it's not the vintage collection, it's not the Black Series, not the vintage collection, whatever the other one is. And it's got Maul on the box art, and like everyone's like, oh, first high quality image of Maul from Shadow Lord. And I'm like, how long are we gonna have to look at this card back from Hasbro as our first high quality image of Maul from Shadow Lord? Because even the image that Lucasfilm released, in my opinion, looks like shit quality wise. How long are y'all gonna starve us? Oops. I feel like I need to bring it close so y'all can really see the detail. Like I said before, this is the satisfying part. Covering up all the studs and making everything look sleek. I mean, and the Mantis is a very, in my opinion, aesthetically pleasing ship. Every time I hear Ventress Lo-Fi, not only do I think of the words, the clips that I have in there of Ventress, I also think of all the ones I didn't use. Because I had a collection of like audio clips of her saying things and trying to really figure out which ones fit best was tough. At one point I tried to have her saying Quinlan wait, but then I was like, I don't really have anywhere to put this, and there's like music swelling in the background, so I wasn't able to use that one. Trying to get one, I was trying to look for one that said for Mother Towels, and I think it was I thought about using the clip of her where she says, "You are now a sister of the night." She's like, "You are now a sister of the night." That was my Mother Taliesin. I thought about trying to use that. That was not happening. That was bad. And then I swore that at some point she said, "Rise, sister," or "Sister, rise." No. But that's where her saying sister actually came from. Because I was looking for "Rise, sister," which doesn't happen. Hey, Andrew. I'm still obsessed with your new username. Did you do your apartment hunt? Or not hunt, but your apartment tour, was it? And if so, how did it go? Oh god, this blue piece, or this white piece is going to be sticking out, I bet. And if it does stick out, I'm going to replace it. Oh, it went well. Okay, that's what I like to hear. Are you viewing any others, or was this the only one that you were looking at? Oh my god. This little janky piece that I'm about to make, y'all. So we've got two of these white pieces that are not the same color. Yeah, I think that taking your time, especially if you can, best way to go about it. Because the last thing you want to do is settle. The last thing you want to do is settle on an apartment just because you need somewhere. So if you can take your time, take it. Never settle for less. Unless you have no choice. Especially when it comes to housing. Alright, so this piece that I just made... This piece that I just made goes in here like this. Very interesting. And very discolored. Hopefully that's going to be hidden. How's the weather where you're at, by the way, Andrew? Are you supposed to get snow? And if so, how much? And you know what's funny? I'm over here like hoping that if it does snow that we're able to work from home. But honestly, what happened to snow days? I think we need snow days as adults. Look at this ingenuity. He said it's really cold. You're supposed to get snow this weekend. You think you saw 5+ inches. Yeah, they're talking about Snowmageddon over here where I'm at. Interesting. Nothing is holding this side in. Okay. Crystal's enjoying her 78-degree California winter. That's so funny. I just looked at this little peg right here and I'm like, that looks like shit. Literally about to put something over it to cover it. Much better. Going back to the music, after I decided to put voice clips in the Ventress Lo-Fi, it's like, huh, if I were to go back and add clips to my other songs, what clips would I use? And I started trying to think of something for this one, for Jedi Fallen Order, and I was like, oh god, I have no idea. There's so many lines in Jedi Fallen Order. I was like, you know what? Maybe not every lo-fi needs audio clips in it. I actually was thinking about doing music from Jedi Survivor as like my next song. I specifically I really wanted to do Fields of Dusk, but the in-game version, not the orchestral version, but like I guess you can call it the Cantina version that plays in Pyloon's Saloon. It's just so good. I don't know how I could make one that's better, in my personal opinion. So we're not going to do Fields of Dusk, unfortunately, as much as I love it. Okay, we're flipping this around. Before I flip it around, check it out. We've got some movement here. I like it. I like it. Now we're going to this side. And we're going to basically do the same thing. I will have revenge. That was my amazing Ventress impersonation. Skywalker's little pet. It's so bad. You know what? I am going to put this down here. Also, make sure if y'all haven't already, please make sure to like the stream and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it. And it gives me more motivation to put out videos faster. And right now, I need that. Like I said, this video that is going to come out on Friday. Like, the worst part about it is I have 2 thumbnails done. And I have the audio done. It's just the video clips. And honestly, if I was on screen, it'd probably be a lot easier. But of course, it's me. And I usually enjoy editing the clips. But the struggle is real this time, I guess. Interesting. I have... Oh, there's the other one. I was like, I only have one of these little gray pieces. Oh god, okay, so now Dantooine Outback. Thinking of some kind of audio clip to put with this. So the game's main character, Revan, has no lines. No, like, audio lines, I mean. So I'm like, okay, if I did a character, who would I do? Bastila? And then I was like, okay, technically this song is from KOTOR 2. It was like, the Exile doesn't have any lines either. I was like, okay, maybe Kreia. Why would I use Kreia? You know what I mean? Like, Kreia says lots of cool things, but... And it's so much harder to find stuff because the games are so old. I worry about copyright too. I'm like, how legal or illegal is this? I haven't gotten a cease and desist, so we're doing okay so far. Oh, I feel like they got us on the fast track with this side. We're gonna put this one down here. I appreciate all of you for coming and hanging out in the chat, by the way. I feel like I don't say that enough, so thank you. I love the inclusion of these little binocular pieces. Like, there's one on this side, there's one on this side, there's a few... Oh, already fucking it up. There's a few around the ship, too. Oh, Jesus, what fell off? Let me go back in my instructions and figure out what I just knocked off. Okay, there's that, there's that. Here we go. Okay. So we have it like this. Oh, it was this. Okay. That's what we knocked off. All right, let's get back to where we were. I think we're here. Okay. Yep. We're back. When I first built this ship and was putting it all together and whatnot, I was literally building it on the carpet. I don't know who told me that was a good idea, but I will say that this is a lot easier. So I would not recommend building Legos on the carpet. I feel like I did that a lot as a kid, though. Oh, and you know what? I don't even know why I haven't talked about it yet. But how are we all feeling with the Lucasfilm news this week? Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down. Dave Filoni and Lin Wen. Oh gosh, what's her last name? I'm so sorry, girl. Can't remember her last name off the top of my head. But they're taking over. How are we feeling about the shakeup? Not that it was like... Not that any of us hadn't heard anything about the possibility of Dave Filoni and someone on the business side taking over in the near future, but... Does anybody have any negative thoughts about it? Because I'm feeling pretty fine for now. shit. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, this is starting to look like the Mantis now. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I see it. I regret not getting my Red Bull. I thought about drinking a Red Bull during the stream, and I was like, you know what? Don't do the Red Bull. Just have some sparkling water, and you'll be fine. Now I'm regretting it. And speaking of, I'm currently on a Red Bull kick. Don't know why. I think it's because I've just been bored of Diet Coke. And I used to drink Red Bull a lot, but for whatever reason I stopped, and honestly that was probably the better idea. Oh my gosh, now we're going to construct this super long piece that goes in the back here to make it look pretty. But this piece is going to look so janky until it's all together. So I'm actually going to put the wing up here. Oh, this damn piece I keep knocking off. I'm going to put the wing up here for now. We're going to focus on these pieces. So first and foremost, we've got that there. We need this. You know what? I'm going to swap this out because I doubt you're going to see this discolored piece. Once I was just like you, but I'm not that person anymore. Now, I have a future. Oh, both of these have scratches on them. Okay, so it doesn't even really matter. And the worst question is, I don't even remember where I got it from. Okay, I see. Alright, we're just going to leave that as is for now. This one's got the worst scratches. Okay, we're off to a great start. I already can't find one of the pieces. Let me make sure it's not under here anywhere. We're just going to use this one for now, and we'll deal with the repercussions later. I think the worst part about building the mock itself is that the instructions are literally step by step. Because someone has to physically make them. It's not Lego making them. And that has, in my opinion, makes it a little bit more complicated. Hold on. What the hell am I doing? And see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm already fucking it up. Okay, that goes there. This goes here. And now this goes on top of this. I have never claimed to be a master builder. That is for sure not the case. And there's 5 sticking off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see, we're literally just building the back portion of the wing that's going to make it look nice and pretty. And hopefully it will attach nicely. That is all I ask. Because if I recall when I was doing it the first time, I did not attach very seamlessly. There we go, got a little light. Love that. It's these little details that make this set so good. Oh gosh, okay, here comes the fun part. So we're going to stack a bunch of these pieces on top of each other. We're going to put these little, I don't know, axle type pieces in here. So there's that. Then we're going to put more on the bottom. Shit, I did it again. There's that side. We've got one more. All right, so now we have this piece that's very strong because it's got those little pieces on the inside of it. And for some reason it goes here. Not sure why that was the piece that was selected for it, but I guess we'll find out when we put it all together. And then there's one more. Yeah, I'm not sure what this choice is for the pieces that we're putting here, if there is a method to the madness, but this is where we start to get weird. So we're putting this other piece here, which is going to help it stabilize to the wing. And oh fuck, I keep knocking this gray piece off. You know what? And I heard a piece roll, and I said, oh, I'll deal with that later. And I think it's the exact piece I need right now, because it's just a stud. So now I have to attempt to find it. I'm gonna need revenge on this piece in a minute. I hope it didn't roll off the table. One moment while I attempt to find it. So sorry, I'll be right back. I found it. Now I just have to get it. When I tell y'all, on my all black desk, this little tiny piece rolled off my desk mat into the back, and I literally thought as it was happening, oh, you know, I'll get that later. It's probably just a little stud. Nope. Black cylinder. So this black cylinder goes here, and then this is going to connect into this one. All right, let us nicely get this on, and you see how it all lines up? We just have to make sure we line it up nicely. Okay, I think we're almost there. Okay. How's that? Looks cool, right? And then I think we're actually going to cover this up so you won't see it, which will also help with it looking nicer. Yep. We're going to put one here. And then we're going to put one on this side. Gorgeous. And there's our wing. Now we're going to have to attempt to connect it to the base. Wish me luck. I'm going to put this here for now. That way it's out of the way. Oh. All right, let's jump into this. So basically what we're going to be making, you know, Eric, I considered putting Shmi on there. I really did. But I was like, if I'm going to choose one Skywalker that's not like, well, I guess she is the other person that has the name Skywalker, because I was like, should I put Leia on there? She never goes by Leia Skywalker, so I don't feel like I should, but she is a Skywalker. But Shmi actually has the last name Skywalker, so you're right. It probably would have been nice if I put her on there. Oh well. Hopefully you can find a favorite out of Anakin, Luke, and Rey. But yeah, so we're going to be making the piece that goes here, which is actually going to then connect the wing into here. It's going to be great. And we'll see what crazy building techniques this is going to have me use to do so. Meeting's over? Okay, good. Now you can get back to the important stuff. AKA hanging out with us. But yeah, so our wing, I want to make sure y'all can see it so you can see how good it looks. I love it. The design's so cool. And right now we're going to build the piece that goes here to attach the wing. That way it's all together. And hopefully it goes smoothly. Honestly, I prefer Rey Nobody too. But that's not what's canon. Or that is not what is canon, so. Oh yeah, this piece is not on all the way. We'll just do a little bit of this. Perfect. Who knew the brick separators came so much in handy? I prefer Raid Shadow Legends, not Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah, this stream brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Jesus Christ. That was a fun time. Okay. So now I have to attempt to get this to go there. And I have absolutely no idea how. So I'm going to line it up like the photo. Honestly, yeah. If you gave me a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor, I would be like, I love this game. It's amazing. I play it every single day. There's no microtransactions. All this stuff. Oh, well, that's a part of the problem. It connects this way. I had it going like this. No wonder I was like, I don't know how this is going to work. Okay. So this goes like this. And then this is going to go in Lord. Yeah, you're right. I should not be giving it up for free. Alright, so this will be more stable shortly, but we're connected. Now we're just going to build the pretty pieces that go on the outside, and it's going to be great. Of course, this isn't going to sit nicely, so I can do that. But we'll make do. We've got these cylindrical pieces that'll help stabilize it, I guess. All right, there we go. You said it looks chunky. Must be a pretty significant build by the end. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the wing. It's not even connected, obviously. But like this is just the wing itself. This is where it's going to connect to. And then we got the whole rest of the ship. So we're almost halfway there, but at the same time, there's still a lot to go. Okay, I'm going to make 2 of these, so I'm going to do it at the same time to make my life easier. Or at least attempt to. And these are going to be the nice covers that go here that make it all look seamless and perfect. How's your night going, Eric? How's work going, Sublight? You know what, Eric? I saw that you re-uploaded it, actually. How is it doing? Because I know the first version popped off. Hopefully it's doing well. That's always the gamble when it comes to redoing or re-uploading. I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but I hope I'm not like breathing obnoxiously into the camera. Please let me know if I am. Or not the camera, but the microphone. Wow, 100 views a day, that's good. Oh, your boys back in the office, your work bestie, as we would call them. My work besties and I went out for Mexican on Saturday. It was lovely. Now my breath is fogging up the camera. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but since I was muted earlier when it was brought up, or you were muted, you had me muted when it was brought up earlier. We literally went to Mexican to discuss heated rivalry since we'd all finished it. And that way we could just hang out and not have to talk about it, you know, at work, which we do still, but like, you know, just to be out of the work environment. Eric said my first comment on the new video was I'm actually with information that wasn't privy when it first released. Huh, interesting. And he submitted a painting to an art competition in your city? Well, good luck. I hope you do well. All right, so here is our gigantic wing, the gigantic base. We're now going to put this on the ship. And hopefully I can do it nicely. Literally, I can't even stand this piece up. It's so big. It's literally hitting the camera I have up here. Okay. So here's what we've got going on now. See, like, you can literally see it in front of my face. This is how gigantic it is. And I'm going to attempt to secure it. Yeah. Oh, not in front of my face. Jeez. Maybe we can do it like that, because I want to make sure y'all can see. Okay, so this we're going to put to the side. Unfortunately, I'm not securing it right now. I've got to start something else. So I guess I'm just going to nicely put it to the side, not bump into it, and get started on the next part. So yeah, we're just going to keep it like that for now. That's going to stress me out. And we're on to bag 6. Oh, 3 paintings? Well, once again, I hope you do well. Especially because I know 3 paintings definitely took some time. Yeah, and when it comes to a stand sublay, I'm not sure what I want to do. I know that in the instructions that I got, he did put in there, I want to say it's using the Republic gunship stand to put this on a stand, but it's black. And I really like the way my ships behind me, I have them on the acrylic stands. Like you can see Ahsoka's T6 right there. And then the Venator I don't have my stand yet for, but it's on the way. I really love the acrylic stands. They're really expensive, but we will see what I do. For now, this ship does have landing gear, so it's just going to go on the landing gear on the shelf, but we will eventually upgrade it in the very near future. I have my Republic gunship on an acrylic stand, so I might build the stand that Two Bricks built. As like I said, I'm pretty sure it was with the Republic gunship stand. I could be wrong, but I might build it temporarily until I can figure out what kind of acrylic stand will work for this, but we'll see. Eric, is there a theme or something for the competition? Was there a certain subject matter that you were supposed to paint on, or was it just like whatever you wanted? I always find this really interesting when we use the two little pieces like that, and then it has me literally put this like that in the middle, but it's secure, so it works. Where is... okay, that goes there. Ba-ba-da. Oh, this is gonna go here. I think we're building the side of the wing, like the side wing itself. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is, or what it will be, I should say. Baltimore focused, but you didn't know that until late. Not so you BS'd your explanation in the email. Well, I won't tell anybody. So this is a very interesting part. For whatever reason, the build called for these light blue pieces as well. They're not going to be seen, but they're here, so take that as you will. I'm curious why they didn't go for red. Since that seems to be the theme for all the unmatching, unseen pieces elsewhere. This is not stable at all. Literally. But it will be by the end. That's probably the weirdest thing about this build, is that like some of the pieces, as you are actually going in and putting them together, they're not very stable, but obviously once they get all together, then they are. And I've said a million times, and I'll continue to say it, I am just amazed at what people can come up with, because I would have a very ugly ship if I was building one from scratch. Not stable like your last relationship? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But I appreciate the joke. Alright, I need another one of these little... oh, here it is. I was like, where's this other little light blue piece? I think these are the only two in the set that are like that. As we get into the interior, another color that we're going to start to see a lot more of is orange. And the orange is such a bright orange. It's really dynamic, I guess you could say. That adds a fun pop of color. I mean, just like in the Mantis itself. All right, there's that. All right, now I think we're finally going to go in. Oh, no, we're not. I thought we were going to stabilize this. We're not. Okay, I'm looking for one little tiny 1x1 tile. that I do not see anywhere. Oh, there it is. I was a little nervous for a second, not gonna lie. Oh, you know what? I asked this earlier before you got here, Eric. Are you supposed to get any snow where you're at? What music have I been bumping? A mix of Contra Void, Fleetwood Mac, Corinne. I woke up the other day with that song, Because the Night. She's like, because the night belongs to lovers. Don't know why. I've been listening to that. How's the weather where you're at, Sublate, by the way? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't you in like halfway into your summer? Oh, you had some snow already, Eric. We did not get any snow, thankfully, down where I'm at. They were calling for it on, I think, Sunday, but it never happened. But I'm very nervous about this upcoming weekend. Oh, yeah, A$AP Rocky's new album. My friend, actually, while we were at work, had told me to listen to one of the songs, and I listened to it. I can't remember what it was called, though. But they were praising the album, and I trust their judgment. Yeah, once again, still we're not stabilizing nothing. Here we are. Clearly, this is going to get plugged into something. All right, finally, we're putting a long piece over this to get everything nice and together. We love to see it. Now this actually feels like a stable piece that's not going to fall apart. Like I said, we get there eventually. I guess I just need to trust the process. Alright, and now we're gonna make it look pretty. Yeah, halfway in the summer. That's what I thought, because we're the opposite. Oh, it's been raining all year? That's unfortunate. Especially, I'm not 100% sure, but I think if y'all are humid like we are where I'm at, a summer rain is just wet and sticky and not it. That's the best way I can describe it. Not 26 is another write-off. Hey, but the closer we get to the end of 26, the closer we get to celebration. Crystal and I were actually just talking about that the other day. And I'm like, oh crap, I gotta start saving up PTO and saving money, and gonna have to start the celebration savings account. I don't want to put everything on my credit card. There's that. One thing you'll notice with this set too is as I continued to build with it, like, we're basically repeating the same thing but doing the opposite. Well, we're not doing the opposite, but it's in the opposite direction. Who's couchy surfing? Not mine, because I don't live in LA. But I would totally let you if I did. Oh, you're not going? You're going to be watching the YouTube live videos? Honestly, I had so much fun with Austin last year on This Is the Wayseekers, just doing our own celebration stream. It honestly made me feel like I was a part of celebration, even though I wasn't physically there. And to be completely honest, when I go next year, like, I'm kind of bummed I'm not going to get to do the stream, but it'll be a completely different experience because we'll be there. And I get to see my friends that I never get to see or have never seen. You know what I mean? All right, so this is all good. Now I've got to attempt to plug it in. So we're going to get this bad boy back over here, and this is going to go here. Perfect. There's the beginning of the side of our wing. And this does turn. I'm not going to turn it right now because I want to make sure the ship is nice and stable, but it will rotate. This wing will rotate one direction, and the big wing will rotate a different direction. It's so cool. But trying to do it now, it's not going to look nice, so we're going to wait on that. I have no idea what I'm about to build, but let's get into it. I know when I was talking to Crystal about celebration, my goal, and this is just a goal, would be to stay for a week. I want to go get there, like, and have days to, like, actually see people. Maybe go to Disney, go to Universal, just, like, hang before we actually have to do celebration. And I was like, and that's possible. And then I was like, oh shit, but paying for a hotel for an entire week, that's expensive. So we'll see what happens. I just want to make the most of it. You know what I mean? Oh, wow. Yeah, the Lucasfilm Museum will be open too. You're right. See, and that would be another thing to do, to go and go early. Spend more time that way. You don't have to pack everything into 4 days. And I'm an adult, so I should be able to save my PTO now. You know what I mean? I'm a real adult. Barely, but I am. I really don't recall what I'm building. Because I feel like the pieces like this went into the ring, but we're done with the ring, so now I have no idea. Hold on. This is showing that it might go on the back of the other ring. Do I have these backwards? We'll get there. We'll get there in a moment. I hope I'm not supposed to be building 2 of these. No, okay. Oh, I'm building another ring. Okay, here we go. All right, Eric, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Yeah, we're building another ring. Okay. I forgot the Lucas Museum is going to be open. But you're right. That's going to be insane. And the worst part about it is, like, I'm going by myself. So everything that has to be done, I have to plan myself. And don't get me wrong, I'm a planner, but when it comes to like vacationing or like sightseeing or whatever you want to call it, not the best. I need a travel guide. And thank God Crystal lives where she does, because at least that'll help in LA itself. I want to go to Scum and Villainy too, but I'm sure it'll be packed. We'll probably have a whole season of Maul Shadow Lord out at that point. We'll have had the first Star Wars movie back in theaters for the first time since Solo in 2018 will be out by then. All right, we're going to build a complicated piece. Yeah, see, we're building another ring. The many rings of the Mantis. Thankfully, I think this one is a little bit less hefty. I think the only thing that stresses me out about Celebration, a part of it being insane, I don't want to make content while I'm there. You know what I mean? I just want to be in the moment. That's how I am when it comes to going to like concerts and stuff. Like, I'll take little recordings, but I like to be in the moment. We'll see how I feel when I'm actually there. All right, here's another one. All right, there's that. And then we got one more to do here. I lied. All right, so there's that. This will help us keep it in place. So yeah, we're building one more ring, and then literally after this is finished, we're going to start with the back of the ship, starting with Cal's bunk, the meditation symbol, I guess. I might say the workbench. The workbench, and we'll work our way to the front. Which I feel like that's when it really starts to come together. I mean, we're flying half a ship, as Obi-Wan would say. Oh, you know what? This is going to connect to the front of that wing. That way it's on there nice and stable. See? Like I said, we put things together, not as stable, but once it's like finalized, it's very stable. All right, here's where we are so far. Now we're going to add on some of these nice, pretty finishing touches. We're getting there. Come to think of it, by this time, 2027, I'll have lived in my house for over a year, which is insane to think about. Hopefully I'll have painted my closets by then. Maybe I'll do that. If the snow's as bad as they say it's going to be and I have to stay home, maybe I'll finally paint my closets. And finish putting the Star Wars display shelf behind me together. It's almost there. But there's still a little bit more that's got to be done. I put these on the complete opposite side. There we go. That's better. We're going to put these pieces like this. There's another one somewhere. I was going to say, hopefully. We've already lost one piece for the night. We don't want to lose another. Okay, so here's this. We're going to put that down for now. Oh. So much for putting that down. Okay. Now we're going to put this here. See, like I said, we're building that second ring, so this is going to be the one that goes in the front. And we're just going to have to connect these gray pieces together. Well, hopefully. Okay, that is not what we wanted. Yeah, this is the only thing that sucks about this design, is trying to get everything to line up perfectly. There we go. Okay. So we've got one on. Now we do this side. That one, of course, goes on perfectly. No issues at all. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but like when I am building a Lego, unless I shift my piece to match the way it's pictured within the booklet, so like I had it like this, but now this is showing me how to build it with it facing this way. I have to shift it visually, or else I will definitely fuck something up. Okay, now we're going to shift this way. We're going to get the nice little outer pieces on here, so that way it looks sleek and clean and presentable. And it's so crazy because we just made this square piece, but we're going to connect it and it's going to look cylindrical. See, we're already getting there. Perfect. It's going to be really fun trying to take a picture of this for social media afterwards, because I'm trying to just take pictures of the pieces that I build in the stream. So this is going to be fun. Okay, so this is going to be like this. We're going to put that one there. Perfect. So there's one finished side. Oh shit. Okay, there's that. I really did not know that we were building another ring. I really thought that... I don't know what I thought. This is going to be the top. Ugh. All right, we're looking nice. We're looking good. Somehow, once again, I am missing a piece. I seem to be a pro. Oh, no, I'm not. I was like, I'm missing a curved piece. Thankfully, we are not. There's a nice discolored blue. It's not horrible, but it's not great. Okay, here is this piece. It looks very similar to the other one that we built. However, it's going to go on the front. So we're going to bring our gigantic back of a ship over here. We're going to plug that on like so and connect it. Like I said, this is going to be for the side wing and engine. To kind of control that. And as we can see now, it's flush up with this. And somehow they've gotten a gray flat piece and a red flat piece to fit on this. And if I recall, I had a lot of issues trying to get the pieces on here to secure this, because it is a tight squeeze. Let's see if I can get this one on. Okay, that wasn't bad. And then there's that. So let me show you. Let me attempt to show you how the rotation works. So this piece here on the back slides out, which then allows the wing to rotate, as you can see. That was a bit chaotic. That's not where that goes, but that's okay. I'll fix it later. So yes, as you can see, once you have it undone like that, now these pieces will rotate and you can have them go whichever way you like. And then all you have to do is lock it back into place using this. And now it's stuck. And now this will probably, I don't know why I didn't do this before, because this is a lot easier than having the wing up in my face. But yeah, so here's where we are with the Mantis build for tonight. We made a lot of progress. We've got the whole back, we've got this whole piece of the wing here, we've got the actual wing, we've got the fin. Now we're going to start on the front of the ship, but we're going to start that next stream. So we're going to end a little bit early tonight, because I don't want to get started on something new because we definitely don't have time to finish it. But I do want to thank everybody that came and hung out during the stream tonight. Thank you all so much in the chat, those who watched silently. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you next Tuesday, where we're going to continue building the ship. And just remember, may the Force be with you always.